So it's been a while since I've had a video, and I'm sure you've noticed, besides the video that I shared Monday over my plan with me, but I just kind of wanted to sit down and share with you where I've been and what I've been up to and why I have been not on YouTube for probably almost a month. And nothing big has happened. I'm not coming on here to share any life-changing news or information. Nothing like that. The end of a school year is always chaotic for me. So I had really planned and had everything kind of a nice oiled machine up until about the middle of April. And I'm even going to pinpoint it down to my son's soccer tournament. I want to say it was the next to last week in April. We had to get up both mornings at 4:30 and drive because we did not want to spend the night and spend that money. We're trying to save money to pay off debt. I will be talking about that update in a minute. So we drove that weekend, and you guys, I don't think I've recovered since then. It was really hard to get up at 4:30 those 2 mornings and continuously go. So I went several weeks with no break, I felt like. So I haven't had any time to do anything besides go to work, do the kids' activities, and then get my orders filled for the shop. So the last bit of school was just, let me tell you, this last week felt like 2 weeks in one because it was so much between end of the school year activities for the kids, getting prepped for the summer stuff, my school stuff, getting everything finished for that. It was just non-stop going. So I had to put all the YouTube videos on the back burner because, you guys, I'm not going to film a video or share something just to say, hey, here I am. So I didn't want to do that. So everything is going good. We're kind of at a downswing right now. So at the end of the school year, we usually get a little bit of downtime. So we don't have any games until probably August. And then those will pick back up for Kate's volleyball. So Kate's doing volleyball, high school cheer, and then she'll do track in the spring. And then Derek does taekwondo year round, but he hasn't been doing tournaments. We've kind of stepped back from that a little bit. It just got to be too much. He'll do football in the fall, and then he has soccer in the fall and the spring. So right now is the kind of time that it's a downtime for me. Besides doing the summer camps and practices and all of that, we're not traveling every weekend, and that can be so exhausting. So exhausting. So I'm very thankful for the summer months to be able to just kind of rest and relax. Now next week I do have to go back to work for 4 days. We have professional development. That is something with school. If you're a school teacher, you have to have professional development. So I have to have 36 hours of professional development, and then on top of that, I've got an extended amount of hours that we have to get because we've changed our calendar from a daily calendar to hourlies. It's very confusing. You don't want to sit here for that boring information. But next week we are required to go back for 4 days for professional development. So besides that, I am off for summer. So I just kind of wanted to update you on that. On my health, I don't think I've talked about all of my perimenopause stuff since last summer. And I know y'all don't want me to harp on it and all of that, so that's why I don't really bring it up until I give like an update like this. So I did go today to get all of my yearly blood work done. They're checking my thyroid, my vitamin levels, my hormone levels. So everything has been pretty good. Besides, since this last Saturday, y'all, I slept almost all day Saturday. I don't know if I crashed from being so busy or if my hormones are off. So it's it's a roller coaster. And I take progesterone tablets, and then I have estrogen cream, but sometimes my estrogen can be too high, sometimes it can be too low. So I really have to just kind of listen to my body. And right now, I'm glad I went today to get my hormones checked and all of that, because I don't really know what's going on. So I slept all day Saturday, and I've had like some anxiety and kind of some brain fog and just kind of just not my normal self. So I'm hoping my lab work will tell me something. It is a very bumpy road. And if you're going through this journey like me, I highly recommend checking out the Facebook group called Wake Her Up. That has helped me a lot. And somehow, I guess through the TikTok algorithm, I have gone onto a lot of perimenopause, fallen into the perimenopause, I guess, TikTok algorithm or whatever, and that has helped me tremendously. So it's, every day is different, and you don't know how you're gonna feel until you get up. So, but I can't complain, because once I get all of that kind of leveled out, I am pretty good. So I did want to talk about that. Other than that, shop's going great. You know, the economy is not great. So I consider any sales that I get to be really good, as long as I can get my bills paid and get new products for you guys for the upcoming month. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I do have journals coming. They should be shipped. I think I need to check. I got an email like 2 weeks ago that said they were prepping for shipment, and that normally, from sending the design in, getting it approved, once they approve it, it usually takes 30 days to get it shipped. So we should be sitting at about that. So I have 4 new designs that will be coming, and I've actually forgotten what those designs were. One of them is a Christmas design, because I've worked on it for a couple of months. So hopefully by July, those will be here and in the shop. So I just want to mention that I will have an advent calendar that will be coming out in August, hopefully. I have everything but like 1 or 2 things, and I'm going to start I'm going to start packing all of that up to get that ready to go for August. Y'all like to have everything ready, so when I release or open up spots for the advent calendar, it's ready to go. And all I'll have to do is come in here and package them up and ship them off. The only things that I won't be able to pack up until that point are the things that are planner specific. So you'll get to choose what planner you want, and then I'll just have to make those according to the numbers. So that might be a little bit more expensive this time than it was last time, because I have ordered some of the things I've gotten. It has been a little bit more expensive. So you're not getting the same thing that you got last year. You may get some similar things, but I have added some new things that I'm excited, and I hope you're excited when you get them. So next thing, we're going to kind of talk about debt and money and vacation and all of that in one big lump, one big one big group. So at the end, I'm going to give you an up close and personal look at my medical bills folder and my bills folder, just to kind of share with you the numbers so you can see in person how we're doing on paying off debt. So I'm very proud of the progress that we've made with that. So I want to give you an update, just because it's been a few months since I've done that. So let's start with vacation. Are we taking a vacation this summer? Right now, we do not plan on taking a vacation, because we are trying to pay off 2 credit cards to get Kate a car in March. And y'all, honestly, I've thrown this around for 6+ months. I don't feel like there's anywhere I really want to go. And I even looked up, like, let's see if we could go to the beach, because normally in the past when we've gone on like beach vacations, my sister's gone and my mom, and we split the cost, and that's not going to happen this summer. My sister and them have started going. They get a fall break. So they go in October, which we don't get a fall break, so we can't do that. So she likes to go then, because it's a lot cheaper and it's a better experience for them, which I understand. So I looked up some places for us to do a beach vacation, just us 4, and it's way too expensive. I'm not spending that money. I'm not paying $3,000 just for a condo to go to the beach. And that doesn't count for food, which is expensive as I don't know what right now. Gas, all the fun stuff, all the shopping. So we need to, we've even talked to our kids about this, we need to get this credit card debt paid off, because Kate wants a car next March. She turned 16 in March 19th. So we want to get her a car. So we need to have all this debt paid off, or the things that I'm trying to work on to get paid off by then. So we're doing really good with paying the debt off. My credit card should be paid off at the end of August, I'm hoping. So we've been able to put $1,100 on my credit card every month to get it paid off. So far, I think this is like 3 months we've done it. We have been able to pay off over $3,000 on my credit card. So my credit card is down to like $4,500, I think. I'm going to share it all with you, because why not? It does not hurt me to share my numbers with you. I want to be open about how much that, you know, we've got, how much debt. You know, because y'all, it's a process and it is a struggle. Nathan's credit card is higher than mine. So mine was lower, so we're starting with mine first. So we are hoping, in all reality, let me back up. So we were going to get Kate a used car next March. And we're still not sure exactly what we're going to do. But we've paid a good amount on the car that I have now. I have a 2022 Honda CR-V. And my interest rate is 3%. So we got to talking about it and Nathan goes, Kristin, with how the economy is right now, interest rates on used cars are so high that by the time we went and got Kate a used vehicle, we might as well just give her your car and then us get a new family car. And I was like, I never thought about that because in my mind, I still feel like my car is brand new. And it's a 2022. So by the time Kate gets it, it's going to be 3 years old, which is exactly what we wanted. We wanted her to have a reliable car, not a new car. Something we feel safe with her having. She's used to driving it. She drives it quite a bit. She does have her permit and has taken her driver's portion of her test. So I think all she has to do when she turns 16 is switch it over to a, you know, licensed driver. So we've done all that. And I thought, you know what? I got to thinking about how much we owed on the car. And honestly, I feel like that once March hits, we're probably gonna owe on the car the amount we wanted to spend for her a new car or a new used car, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what, that's a good point. That's a good point. So that is probably what we are going to do, is we're probably gonna give her my car and then we'll get us a new family car. So, because I did not know this, and you guys, did you know this? Is this true? My husband says if you get a used vehicle, the interest rate is normally higher. And you don't get the warranty information a lot of the times that you do with a new car. And I'm like, really? And then somebody at work confirmed it, that their husband was going to go and get a used vehicle and the interest rate was so high they couldn't afford it. And I thought, well, that's something I did not think. I just thought the interest rate was the same for used and new cars. So right now that's what we plan on doing, but I will give you all of that information as we go. I'm going to do updates because you guys, to me, it's motivational for me to see somebody else going through what I'm going through. And we're in the trenches right now, y'all. We're trying to get medical debt paid off and we're trying to get credit card bills paid off. And y'all, we have been pretty adamant about pushing through and getting these things paid off. And I'm happy to report that I paid my hysterectomy off. So I was able to make that last payment. I think it was last week I made that last payment. So I've been paying on my hysterectomy since 2020. So it felt really good to call and make that last payment. So I'm very proud of that. So that money is going to go to pay off something else. So I'm going to now go to an up close and personal look at my 2 bill folders to share all of that information. Now, if you have any question about anything I shared today, any of the debt stuff, anything at all, leave it in the comments below and I will definitely do a second video. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, with this portion of this update video, we're just going to kind of feel our way through this because I haven't really determined how I'm going to share this bit of information, but here we go. So I want to start with the medical stuff. So I told you just a minute ago that I've basically got 2 snowballs going on. One for medical and one for credit card. So we're going to put the credit card stuff to the side. Okay, so we're going to do the medical first. Okay, I think I have everything marked off so you can't see account information, but I've got the number amounts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my medical binder. Now this is from a deco sheet that is in the shop, and look, see, here's kind of the breakdown I'm going to share with you in just a minute. It is available in the shop. This is what it looks like. So I keep these in here for in case this gets messed up and I need to replace it because you guys, right now I've put it in and out so much of my backpack that I do need to replace the sticker on the front. So I have extras of those, and then I use these paid in full stickers when I get something paid off. So we've got quite a bit of stuff paid off right now, and I'm going to share that with you and kind of where we are sitting. So right now, this is the, let me zoom in. So right now, this is the bill right here. Yes, I have it written down, that we owe the most on. So I'm just going to kind of write this down on the side over here, just because I have this little piece of paper that I did last month that kind of showed how long it was going to take us to get all of this paid off. Now, this is all current stuff. Now, I have to go for a mammogram tomorrow. And then I went yesterday to get blood work done. So my yearly blood work, I don't know how much that's going to be. We will determine that once all of this gets paid off. So right now for the Arkansas Methodist, this is the biggest bill that we have. It's $697.66. So this, as you see, we're only paying $20 on it right now since it's the largest one. Because we want to pay the smaller ones off first, because there's no interest or anything that is associated with these. So right now this one is just getting $20 until everything else gets paid off. There we go. Now, this was our second Arkansas Methodist bill here. I don't know why doctors' offices do this. So I could put the number, the account number here, or the account number from the previous one, and it's going to pull up both bills. So when I started looking at these amounts, when I went to pay that $20 over here, I noticed that both of these accounts popped up. So I went ahead first thing, and I noticed that this one had the least amount that we owed. So I went ahead, the last payment for this one was on March the 20th. So we got this one paid off on March 20th. Okay, we owed $164.06. So this is paid off. Next one here, I'm so happy to report that we were able to pay this off on the 20th of May. And this was my hysterectomy that I have been paying on since 2020. So we were able to pay off $155.66 on the 25th. Now this is where the snowball gets a little bit confusing, because I want to say at this moment, $155 was not the snowball amount. I think the snowball is only like $110. But you guys, we pushed through with the extra $35, I think it is, if I'm calculating correctly. You know what it is. 40, whatever. And we paid the rest of this off. So we paid from January through May, $566. This is our second St. Bernard's bill, and this was part of my husband's Achilles rupture last year. So he owed at the beginning of the year $153.50. So this is one of those that we hurried up and paid off really fast. And if you notice, if you're looking at any dates and you notice there's a lapse here, like this one was February and this one was April, something happened to where St. Bernard, their billing system had messed up. So the phone line was not working for us to call and make a payment. You could not use the online system. So all of these times, like 2/17, I was saving that until I could call and pay that off. So that is why there's a lapse in dates. Then this is the other one that we are paying off right now. It is the outpatient surgery. So this is the surgery center where my husband had his surgery. So I called on because we were struggling. I don't know if this one is connected to St. Bernard or what, but we struggled getting our online payments done. So I finally just had to call, and they set me up for a $40 auto pay on the 25th of every month. So right now we owe on this one, we're going to put outpatient. I owe $314.90. Okay, so that's our second largest one. So I know right now that the 25th of every month, they're going to automatically take out $40. I told them when this gets to be the bill that we're trying to pay off, I will call and make a bigger payment. Just paid off. And I paid it off because we have extra money in our account. But the $156.58 is not going to be accounted for until June 10th. We have the money in our account right now, basically from savings, but I'm not going to account for it until the 10th. Okay, so you're gonna see that over here. So I'm actually gonna write that down to kind of share with you how this is gonna work. So this one is paid off as the 10th of June. And I think that's it, and then that's it. So that is how the medical bills are looking right now. So these are the big bills right now until I get my stuff in the mail for all of the mammogram and the blood work that I had done that we are paying off. So here is a breakdown of how we are getting this paid off. Okay, so as you can see, you know, this kind of just helps me stay on track to kind of jot things down on the side. So we get paid in the 10th and the 25th of every month. So on June 10th, we are going to account for this $156.58. Okay, so this one, June 10th, that's going to be paid off. So that means I'm only going to have this $697.66 and $314.90 to worry about. So we're going to look at the outpatient one here. So that means since these two are the only ones that we have to get paid off, that means the outpatient is going to be the next one to pay off because it's the least amount, and then the Arkansas Methodist. But we have to realize that we have to pay on both of them. So on the 25th, I'm going to call and make a $140 payment. So that is basically $100 more than what I was normally going to pay. So that's going to put us down to $174.90. And then on July 10th, I'm just going to call and pay it off. I know our snowball was on the 10th $110, but you guys, we can push $65 extra to get that bill paid off. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking about, to where the snowball is a little bit fluid when it comes to the medical bills because we're trying really hard to get them paid off. So y'all, it would be like $30 extra. And or $35. Just pay it off. It's just $35 extra difference. So on July 10th, we will have that one paid off. Then we're going down here. This is how I have it all set up for the Arkansas Methodist. Remember, the Arkansas Methodist, we owe $697.66. Okay, so on the 25th, we are paying $20. Yes, I'm getting my bills mixed up. I'm like, no, that was 40. No, it was 20. Okay, so $525, we paid 20. So we owed the $697.66. So I think I did all of this back in April. Then on the 25th of June, we're going to make another $20 payment. That's going to put us down to $677.66. And remember, we're just making the $20 payment because this is not the main bill we're paying off. Since we are paying this bill off on 7/10, so 7/10, that means this bill is the one that we're focusing on. Okay? So then by the time all this comes through, we're probably going to have those other bills to pay that are for me. So on the 25th of July, we'll make a $160 payment for Arkansas Methodist. So basically, you can say at this point, our snowball is on the 10th, it's going to be $110. And on the 25th, it's going to be $160. I need to jot that down just to remind myself. Okay, so $110 and $160. So on the 25th, we're going to make a $160 payment July 25th. Okay, so that puts us at $517.66. On the 10th, we're going to make the $110 payment. Then the 25th, we're going to make the $160, and then all the way down until we have that all paid off. So that leaves us with September 25th. We should have the Arkansas Methodist bill paid off. So that is one snowball. So right now, and as you see, it's a little bit fluid. Sometimes it's more and sometimes it's less. It just all depends on what we owe for a bill. So that means altogether for our medical snowball, we should have roughly about $270 a month. Okay, that does not account for the credit cards. So we're going to put this to the side. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely answer any of those. I'm trying to answer these to the best of my ability. Okay, so this green one here is my folder for credit cards, and there's only 2 in here right now because we are going to transfer, hopefully, my husband's credit card to a 0 interest credit card once mine is paid off, so we can start working on his. Okay, so this is where we started right here with the Hanks furniture. So we got that paid off. We owed $1355.43 at the beginning of the year, and y'all, I sold stuff in the house to get this paid off. So this has been paid off, and this went to the Snowball, which was roughly about $800 at this point. So we have, for our credit card Snowball, for the credit cards, I'm gonna write this down. So for our credit cards, on the 10th, we have $800 right now, and on the 25th, we have $300. Okay, so right now we are able to put $1,100 a month to pay off debt for credit cards, and then for medical is $270. So that's a really nice amount of money. I'm very proud of us for working really hard to get to this spot. Okay, this is my credit card. I have transferred mine. I did have a Chase credit card. I attempted to keep my debt with Chase and try to get a 0% interest, but they told me that that was not possible. So when I think on the last debt video that I shared, I told y'all that I was considering moving my balance to a 0 interest credit card. So I already had one bill with Wells Fargo. My car payment comes out of Wells Fargo, which is really good. So now I can just log in and see all of my stuff. And it was easy, so easy to get that transferred over. So this was the amount that I transferred over, $75.71.55. That is what I owed on my credit card at the beginning of March. We have been faithful since the 25th payment of March to pay the $1,100 on this credit card. Okay, so we have now at the end of May, my credit card payment is down to $45.71.55. So since March, we have been able to pay off $3,000 in debt. Oh, and I'm confused because I'm like, oh, hold on, because I haven't accounted for that next $300. Okay, I'm proud of that. So we have taken it from $75.71.55 to $45.71.55. Nothing goes on this credit card. This credit card is strictly for us to pay off. I'm not putting anything else on this card. I have not put anything on my credit card since we have started this entire process. Okay? So I did sit down a few weeks ago and I wrote down how this is going to work to get this paid off. And I did not consider, so we're actually going to have this paid off in August, I think, because if my memory serves me correctly, and I'm probably going to go in a minute and redo this, my husband's last braces payment is July 25th. So right now we paid $240 on the 25th for his braces. So that will get added to this as well. So right now we will have this. It says the 25th of September, but I'm thinking it's going to be more along the lines of August 25th, since we're going to have that extra $240. August, September, still it's a good amount. So I'm keeping this on here, so every time I open this up to pay this off, I can see how we're keeping up. And we've got to stay on track. Our goal is to pay this off September 25th or before. So I have 0 interest on this card until like May of 2025, I think. So once I use it, I don't plan on using it again unless it's an emergency. So that is where this is set up. So right now, our snowball for our credit cards is $1,100. Then once his braces get paid off, we will have that $240 to add to this. So you guys, that is how our debt paying off is looking right now. If you have any questions, please leave that in the comments below and I will answer it, or sometimes if you ask a question, it will spur a new video. So I wanted to be transparent. I wanted y'all to see the numbers because I did share those in the beginning. So I would like to share this process as it goes. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.